Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. We can finally get to say that this is a long awaited video. I know most of y'all are gonna go crazy when you see this one, but yeah, it's finally happening. We are finally doing this one, and a big shout out to Ngushiwa Karamata for literally bullying me into making this video. Well, for those who don't know me, my name is Geraldine Kandorozu, also known as Kanoko, aka Gigi, right? Those are the names I go by. Rikuvera is my heroine name. I'm from Namibia, from a small town called Okahanja. My village name is Olangarangonge, all the way that side of Okakara. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, I didn't want to do a get to know me video because it's a cliche, it's something that everyone does. But then I was like, okay, let's just to get things going, let's do a get to know me video, and then we can do others from there. So yeah, in this edition, it's a get to know me. I'm sure you will know from the description. It's a get to know me video. I'm gonna answer a few of the questions that most of y'all have asked me all throughout time. For those that do not know, I currently live in Dubai. I've been here for the past 5 years, technically 4 years in Abu Dhabi, which is the capital city of the United Arab Emirates, and then exactly 1 year in Dubai. So without further ado, we are gonna go into the questions. Question number 1 is, on a scale of 1 to 10, rate your childhood. Let me put my phone on silent. So guys, when I say my childhood was lit, I am not joking, because I was a crazy child. Like, I feel like my masculinity was higher when I was a child compared to now, because I would do the craziest things. Like, I would go on rooftops, and by the way, that was my favorite thing to do. Like, we had like a long ladder that would go all the way to the rooftop, so I'd get on the rooftop and jump off, get on and jump off, and it was like sort of a game with the kids I grew up with, like who could get up there and get off, jump off first and not get hurt. So I was like a crazy child. I would climb on trees, run after people's goats. We didn't have livestock back then, so we'd like run behind people's goats and drink milk from the poor goats' breasts. Like, my childhood was lit. I don't know about you guys. I used to ride horses, donkeys. Like, I was a crazy child. Like, I don't even want to say, I used to refer myself as a tomboy, but I was not a tomboy. I was just operating in my masculinity side. And I think that's mostly because, like, most of the kids that were in my area were boys. So yeah, my childhood was lit, and that's all I can say. The second question is, are you an introvert or an extrovert? So this is one thing that people think about me. People think I'm an extrovert, right? Because whenever I'm in a setting, I am loud, I am socializing with people, I'm everywhere. Literally, I'm always everywhere. I don't know why. But I would say I'm an ambivert. For those that know, ambivert means you're both extrovert and introvert. As I'm becoming more of an adult, or as I'm aging rather, I am seeing myself to be to draw more to my introverted side, because I like my personal space. I like being indoors most of the time, but also, like, when I do go out or when I'm in a setting where there are people, I am everywhere. So I'd say I am an ambivert, definitely an ambivert. Third question. This one people do not know about me, and every time they find out, they are like, really? Are you right-handed or left-handed? I wish I could make you guys guess, but since it's a Q&A, I'll just answer. I am definitely left-handed. And you know, they say that left-handed people are the smartest people. I wouldn't consider myself extremely smart, but definitely creative, I'd like to think. And a little smart. I'm trying to be humble here. Yeah, I'm definitely left-handed. Third question. Fourth question, how many piercings do you have? Well, I only have 2, right? Obviously this is a pair, so it's considered 1. I have this here, and then I have a belly ring. Those are the only 2 piercings I have currently. I did though around my teen years try to make some piercing holes here, but that didn't work, so I only currently have 2, and those are the only 2 I intend on keeping. The other question is, do you prefer weaves or braids? Now listen, I know your girl looks good in a weave. I definitely prefer weaves over braids, simply because for me, I feel like weaves are cheaper because I can keep them for a very long time and then only get charged less to put them in. For braids, I have to constantly buy new braids every other time, and then they still charge more expensive. Plus my hair is very, very fragile, so whenever I put in braids, it breaks my hairline, it breaks my hair. So definitely a weave or a wig anytime for your girl. And I mean, I look pretty in it, so. Another question is, if you could live anywhere, where would it be? So, I'm the type of person that loves traveling, love exploring, I love seeing new places. So, I don't have a specific place I'd want to be in, but if it were possible, I would choose to stay in a different country every year to learn the culture, to just explore and experience what the specific country has to offer for that specific year, and then move on to the next. So I would definitely like want to be traveling into different countries, live in each country yearly until I've explored most of the countries that I would want to see. Another question would be, do you prefer the city or the countryside? Countryside meaning like a village or like, yeah, a farm. I'd say both for different reasons. I am the type of person that likes to be in a big city. I like to be challenged. I like the fast life where you're constantly on your toes moving. But I also love me a quiet place, a good scenery, a place where I can sit and gather my thoughts and just sit and do introspection and just listen to my inner self, or just a quiet time to listen to God and recenter. So I would definitely say both for different purposes. Next question. What is your favorite store? Now we all know, for those that know me know, like I love shopping. Like if I could do shopping for a living, like if there is such a profession, please come me in, because I love me shopping. I love to do shopping, and I am at the shops most of the time. For most part, I do like window shopping, but yeah, I love shopping. My favorite store is Zara at the moment. I love Zara because it has good quality clothes. Like it just has luxurious clothes, man. The feel, the look, the textures. Like even when you just walk into the store, you can feel like this is it. This is what I'm signing up for. Like I love Zara for sure. And then I'd say the second shop I like would be Bershka. Although Bershka for me, I feel like it has more of a young adult teen kind of vibe, because they have a lot of crop tops and stuff like that. So maybe just a little bit of it, but for most part, definitely I'm a Zara lady. Like I can shop at Zara anytime if I have the money, of course. Do you like a good bargain, or are you fine with paying the full price all the time? Listen, I don't mind buying things that are on discounts. Like I would definitely go around looking for discounts for sure, but I do not know how to bargain. I don't like to bargain. I just feel like if I'm on the street and the street vendor is selling something, I would pay the price. Literally, I would pay the price they tell me, instead of trying to bargain and say, oh no, I want to pay this much, or I only have this much. It's something I struggle with. It's something that I have not done growing up. It's something that I do not really know how to do, and I just feel like if I can pay for what services, depending on whether your services are good as well, or whatever it is you're selling is good, I don't mind paying the full price. And this is why I need a husband that knows how to bargain, or that is really good with finances, because me, big problem. Next question. This one is I'm sure one that people are waiting for. What is your ideal guy? So that was another question. I'll answer both. There's another question: are you single or taken? That is a question a person gets a lot. I don't know why. I am single, and my ideal guy is, I cannot really say everything on this video, because what I've heard is men use that against you. They pretend to be that person until when they cannot pretend any longer. But one quality that I would definitely say my ideal guy should possess is they need to love God. For me, that is a big yes. So any guy that thinks they want me or that want to come my direction, if you do not love God, no matter how good looking you are, no matter how tall you are, no matter your personality, if you do not love God, it's a big no for me. I'm sorry, but yeah, I need me a prayer warrior. Another question is how many this is such a dumb question. I'm gonna answer it in a very dumb way. Yeah, it's how many exes do you have? I personally, me, Geraldine, kandorozu, I do not have any exes. I don't have any exes. I don't know what that is. What is your idea of a dream job? Like I said earlier about where I would want to live, I love traveling, so any job that I can do remotely is my dream job, and it's something I'm definitely looking forward to do. Like any remote job, yo girl, that's my dream job. I want to work from home. I want to work from anywhere in the world. If I can travel and still do my job, I'll be happy. When next question is, when in doubt, who do you consult? So for those that do not know, I'm a born-again Christian. I love me some Jesus. So every single time I am in doubt, if I'm going through something, Jesus is the one person I run to. I run to God. That's my only refuge. That's literally the only place I can find comfort and rest in. And trust me, he answers every single time. And he gives me everything I need, whether it is the comfort, the answers, the reassurance, anything. Like, he is my first go-to. The next question is, which of your parents do you resemble? So on my good days, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. For those that have seen my dad, I'll see if I can try and pin a picture here of me with my dad. But I look more like my father. I'm daddy's girl. I look more like my dad, guys. Like, I'm like the female version of my father. And like, even if he wanted to, he would not deny me. Like I'm daddy's girl. I look like my dad. That's where I get my beauty from. Next question. What song do you listen to when you feel sad? Okay, so I try not to dwell more on my sad emotions for most part, but if I'm really in that dark place where I feel like I feel down and I cannot help myself, gospel music is always my go-to. I don't have a specific song like per se, but any gospel song, any gospel song really does me good. Would you advise anyone to move to Dubai? Definitely yes. Dubai is a beautiful town, city. Dubai is a beautiful city. United Arab Emirates is a beautiful country. I've lived here for, like I said, 5 years now, and my experience has been great. The only thing I would say is when you are planning on moving to Dubai, you need to make sure that you have your facts right. The companies that you're applying to are good companies. Do your research before you move to Dubai, or before you move to any country for that matter. Like, if you are moving out of your country, remember you are starting over, you are going into a territory that you do not know. So doing research, be it on the internet or be it asking people that you know or people that know the people that live there, is very, very key. So yes, Dubai is a beautiful place. You definitely should move here, and come and experience it for yourself. We all obviously have different experiences. My experiences may have been good, but maybe somebody else had a different experience. Like I said, it just depends on person to person, and obviously on the research that you do and the proper questions that you ask. Next question is, what is it like living in the diaspora? Okay, I would say, and I think a lot of people would back me up on this one, is living in the diaspora is fun at the beginning, right? In terms of you are in a new place, you just relocated from your country, you are learning new things, you're learning new cultures, you're getting to know new people, you are growing, you are even getting to know yourself as a person, because now you're like far from anything that is common. It is fun, it is exciting, and it is eye-opening. Like, living outside your country, outside your home country, really helps you grow faster compared to when you are back home, right? The second thing is, what people don't realize is it can get lonely sometimes. Now, for me personally, I'm someone that loves my space. I love staying in my own corner. I love my quiet and peace. I love staying alone. So for me, living here doesn't get lonely for me. I know people though that get really lonely, that get depressed, and I think for me also, one of the things that has helped me is that I'm able to go home whenever I want to or whenever I need to. I've always been able to go back and forth, so I think that's why I'm sort of like okay with being here and not getting too depressed or too homesick or whatever. Like, I'm able to move in and out of the country as much as I want to, compared to other people that live in other countries that are not able to go back home whenever they see the need to, or whenever they want to, or when they lose a loved one or something like that. So this is why it is very important for when you want to move outside the country, when you want to move to a new country, you need to make sure that, am I gonna be okay with the places I'm gonna go to? Am I gonna be okay with not being able to go home should I lose a loved one? Am I gonna be okay with the amount of money I'm gonna make when I go to that specific country? There's so many things to consider when you actually do move to a new country. Living in the diaspora is nice. You're exposed to new things. You are exposed to a different way of living. You are exposed to different cultures, different people. Like, in my line of work, I work with people from a lot of different countries. So that means I'm learning new languages, I'm learning new ways of doing things, I'm learning people skills. I deal with tourists from different countries, like Russians, French people, Italians, Germans, like Chinese. Like, I've literally encountered almost everyone from all over the world, and it is a good experience. This was one of my favorite questions because I feel like it's something people struggle with or struggle to do, or they don't know how to rather navigate when they are in such situations. The question is, how do you manage to keep a smile on your face even when you're going through trying times? Now, for those that know me know that last year, 2022, I lost both my small sister and my grandmother. Even though 2022 was a good year for me in terms of getting a new job, traveling to the UK, just getting exposed to different things for the year, I am turning 30. It was also a little bit of a bad year for me in a sense, or it had its bad sides, because I lost two very important people in my life, and for most part during those trying times, like during the funeral preparations, me flying home and everything else, whenever people would encounter me, they would always find me laughing or making jokes about random stuff. Like I would not focus more on my situation. I would rather just make people feel welcomed, have them be in a good mood rather. My thing has always been, I do not like dwelling on emotions, especially when I'm around people, and I always like seeing the brighter side of every situation. So I'd rather laugh it off. Like I could be talking about my grandmother with someone, like maybe she passed on yesterday, and I could be telling, like I was sitting there telling a friend that, oh no, my grandmother passed on, and then within me telling this person all of these things, I'll crack a joke or whatever. Because one thing I realized about people is people mirror your emotions, and I'm not the type of person that wants to be crying all the time or that wants to be sad all the time. I love a good laugh, and I would rather be happy than dwell more on the sadness. I even remember, like, I had a friend's wedding right after the weekend after my grandmother's funeral, and someone in my family was like, yeah, you cannot be going to that wedding because you just came from a funeral, what. And I was like, listen, I mourn my grandmother the best way I know how to, and I'm gonna go back to Dubai. I'm gonna be alone. I'll have enough time to cry. I'll have enough time to be sad. I've been crying for the past 2 weeks, and I'm gonna go out, have a good laugh, enjoy, be there for my friend for his wedding, and just laugh through life, man. I just feel like laughing through life, through your hardships, really helps you, because then you are not in a dark space where you're thinking, oh, life is over, oh, I cannot do this, or whatever, you know. It always puts me in a position where I'm able to sit, reflect, still appreciate the life that I have or the people that I have around me, and still also mourn the people that I'm losing or deal with the situation that is at hand. And I think for me also, like, my biggest motivation has always been God. Like, God has always been there for me in every single situation. So I find courage in, yes, I'm going through a hard time, but I know I'm gonna come out victorious. I know that everything happens for a reason, and everything is working together for my good. So I choose to smile through every situation. Of course, I take time to heal. I take time to cry, to get into my feelings, and I do that properly when I give myself the chance. So, but for most part, I'm constantly laughing, constantly having a jolly time. For my friends that know me, or like for those people that know me, or my friends rather, know that I'm gonna be laughing through any and everything. So yeah, that's basically the little there was to know about me, or the few questions that I got that I felt like I could answer. And yeah, so see you guys in the next video. Like the YouTubers always say, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Guys, this is so crazy. I cannot believe I just shot my first video. But yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this video if you want more content. Yeah, your girl did it. I'm so excited that I finally got to shoot this video. See you guys on the other side of my next video. Thank you for watching.